Thank you. Marisa, thank you. Paula, thank you. You guys are always behind the scenes pushing forward. Now we know we need to get more public action, which is why we asked you guys to write letters tonight. The reality is we don't make enough noise here. The fact that Richard Bailey here, the mayor of Coronado was here, was a big deal. When Coronado got involved 10 years ago, we got enough money to build a new sewage plant in the valley. So we all need to work together. The fact that residents in San Isidro and South San Diego with David Alvarez were complaining was huge. They got David Alvarez on there. Okay, so where we need to move to now is the North American Development Bank and the Border Environmental Cooperation Commission, agencies that fund infrastructure on the border, already have a draft plan they're working on with the state of Baja California. I'm going to meet with their director on March 14th. We have been pushing them to do this. We met with agency officials in Mexico. Believe me, we feel your pain. We have been pushing and pushing and pushing on this, and we agree, we need to do more. I met with Jeronimo Gutierrez, who's now the ambassador to Mexico, the ambassador to the U.S. in Mexico, when he was at the North American Development Bank. He agreed, this process works way too slow. We need to do more and be more proactive, but the fact is, we're going to have to work with Baja California to help them fix their sewage plan. That plan that they're announcing, so you understand what they're announcing. I can give you the letter, we've released it to the media, from the North American Development Bank. That's to start this year in a collector pipe from Playas to Tijuana, all the way to Rosarito, and to fix the Punta Banderas sewage plant. That's a fact. They're planning on doing it. Number two is to stop the daily discharge of treated sewage into the Tijuana and into the Tijuana River and fix the pipes that broke down. So that's the second part of that. We fully support that. So we want to channel this energy and outrage into getting these folks empowered so they can push too. But we all need to call our congressman. And for those of you who have told me, you're a Democrat, we need to talk to Republicans, if you have relationships with Darrell Issa and Duncan Hunter Jr., please call them. We need their help. I want to thank, first of all, I want to thank our, I'd like to thank, no, there's some folks here that...
rude. One thing, the mayor of the State Department, guys, but this falls under the jurisdiction of the State Department.
Right, we agree.
He's talking about the wrong avenues, and that's all I mean by.
And so we're talking, look.
We can't, I envy every one of you for what you do. I'm not here to hold you guys that you're not doing great things. We have to have the right information. We're citizens. This is our country.
That's why we
This is
asked,
our
hold on for a
State
second.
Department. That's all.
There's some folks here we need to acknowledge. I want to thank the members of the Border Patrol. The Border Patrol are some of the biggest advocates for, first of all, they spend a lot more time cleaning up the river valley than anyone else. We got Dick Tynan over here, the folks, the equestrian folks, help clean up the river valley. The Border Patrol has been advocates and allies in this, and it's important to recognize that and recognize that they're the first and foremost impacted by this. You talked about the Navy. I met with the Director of Naval Operations, Admiral Richardson, to talk to him about this. We took the Navy on a tour there. I met the Director of Infrastructure Planning for entire Homeland Security. She was in Imperial Beach 2 weeks ago. We, with the Border Patrol, and said, your guys are the first impacted by this. We need to work together, and I followed up with an email saying, we need to fix this problem so your folks don't get sick. So I agree. So let's all agree here that we can make a difference. We got a sewage plant built in 1993. We got a sewage plant built in 2007. Mexico did build 2 sewage plants in the Tijuana River, okay? They're a lot cheaper to build in Mexico than they are in the US, but we need to do more. And you know, the fact is, just to be fair, the sewage system in IB breaks down all the time. It's a continual, like, crapshoot of trying to fix sewage systems. So I just want to ask, just to let you know, I feel your pain. Believe me, it's super frustrating. My standard, and I told you, it drives them crazy. I say, if I can serve 365 days a year, I won't be hassling you at 5 in the morning asking you why the beaches are closed. So let's just make a commitment to here. As you know, all of you know who know me know that I've gotten really angry, and now I've learned to channel anger and outrage into action. And I want all of you guys to do that. These are the folks that are helping us, so we need to. Writing a letter, I know it sounds like it's really slow. It really does make a difference. I visited Dianne Feinstein in Washington 2 years ago. She actually just met with the North American Development Bank and said, what's going on with the Tijuana River? When are you gonna fix it? Okay, so they do pay attention. We're taking Congressman Scott Peters on Monday. The River Valley, Mark West is doing that. Thank you, Mark. Okay, I'll be with Wild Coast and Surfrider. So we all need to push more, but the fact is, there's a reason why the Sealish in La Jolla seems to be the biggest environmentalist in San Diego, because the wealthiest people in the world have their attorneys calling the city of San Diego nonstop, okay? So we need to bug our elected officials, and please bug me, okay? But that's in turn our congressmen and our federal elected officials, okay? So I'm gonna thank you all for being here. I'm not making excuses. We need to do better. We need to work faster. We need to get this done, okay? So that's all I'm gonna say. I wanna thank all of you for being here. We live in the greatest country in the world because all of us have the opportunity to engage our electoral system, and we need to take advantage of that and do it. First and foremost, all of us who have kids and grew up surfing here, all of us who are in the water, whether it's Border Patrol, Fish and Wildlife Service, surfers, fishermen, folks in San Ysidro, folks in Coronado, folks in San Diego, it's our beaches, and the gold standard needs to be this. Not a single day of closed beaches anywhere in San Diego County or Baja any day of the year. We should be able to surf and have access to our beaches 365 days a year. We're not asking a man to go to Mars and grow food. All we're asking for is clean water. Thank you.
Yeah.